and we are back again to see which is the best hypercar for off-roading in Forza Horizon 2. Now, I've got the Bugatti Veyron all sorted out. It is lifted up the ground from the ground. I was going to say slammed, but it's the complete opposite of that. We've softened the suspension a little bit. We've got all-wheel drive planted out on this car because it comes with it this time. So that's what I wanted to see if you didn't see the first episode. If this would be any better because it's already all-wheel drive. Once again, it's got a flappy hypercar spoiler, active aero, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to put on a proper spoiler so it literally plants to the ground at all times. It would be nice to remove it completely, but we need a spoiler. It's kind of important. So right now it is actually peeing it down in Horizon. So what we're going to do is literally go around mucking about just to see for a little bit. One thing to note is that all these hypercars, even though they're hired, they're still going to be ridiculously low compared to a lot of cars. But, oh my god, so far, she's pulling a lot quicker than the Hennessy Venom did. You can tell straight away it was a all-wheel drive car bred that way. It was just made to be an off-road. Look at it. I remember this car, oh my god, there's a wall! Or a tree, or both. I actually remember that the Bugatti Veyron was actually pretty good off-roading TDU2. And the reason was because it was all-wheel drive, like every other... Oh my god, we're flipping over! Compared to a lot of the cars, it did pretty well. And the reason was, like, there was obviously the proper off-road cars that you could get, and they were obviously all-wheel drive. And obviously you couldn't really go off-road in a 458, it didn't work. You limited yourself to about 2 miles an hour. And that's one thing Horizon's weird about, like, I can't really turn very well in that corner there. Horizon 2, it doesn't really care if you go off-road. You're going to go just as fast off-road as you do on-road as long as you've got the momentum. So, I kind of like that in a way, but I don't at the same time. But at the same time, once again, it means that you can easily go between doing them. You don't exactly need to tune your cars. It's only people that really want to get in depth that can do that. They don't have to. I literally can't see a thing. This island goes from being all nice and sunny to all of a sudden being horrible and rainy. I like that when it rains, but I wish I could change it. So, oh my god, I think we hit a rock. That definitely proves that it's not as low to the ground as you may think. Imagine seeing the Bugatti lights just rolling in the distance in this weather. That would be terrifying. And so it stops raining. I've literally been sat here for about 10 minutes waiting for it to stop. Right, here we go. Starting 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see how the Bugatti does around the island. And I know this is not an accurate bloody time or anything. I just want a general idea of how it feels anyway, rather than the actual time it gets. The time is just one of those things that I thought I'd add in there as well. So, we have got a 429 to beat, I think it was. And we're going to see how we do with that. I think, so far, from what I've driven around, like just driving around freely, the Bugatti Veyron is... I'm praising the Bugatti here. Better than the Hennessy Venom at off-roading. But then again, it's got all-wheel drive stock, so you got to keep that in mind. I did just cut that corner, but I'm just going to ignore I did that, and I had to slow down anyway to get out of the corner. So that's not... it doesn't matter. So there's a couple of other hypercars that I really am going to try, you know, with this, because it's kind of figuring out which is the best off-roading hypercar, because it's going to take a few episodes. There's quite a few hypercars, you know. If you want to see any car specifically, let me know down in the comment section below. It's pretty cool having these little tests just to see, just for the hell of it. It's not really scientific, it doesn't help in any way, except for the fact that when I'm doing an off-road race, I'm going to switch to one car. But I thought it'd be a pretty cool video, because it's just something that I was thinking of doing for the hell of it. So why don't I make a video series of it? It makes sense. That's a tree, that's a tree! I wonder if anyone's actually considered making like an off-road hypercar, because it doesn't really need to be a hypercar because of the speed that you go in these bloody cars that are rallying anyway. If you went any faster, you'd probably just do nothing but hit more trees and die. But then again, you could say the same about normal racing. Why would they make hypercars that they don't use anyway? They use kind of like supercars. But once again, it would be an interesting car to just pull up in. It's like, what are you off-road racing in today? Oh, I just brought one of my many Bugatti Veyrons, one that's been converted to an off-road build. It was inspired to me by BlackPanthaa. I gave him £1 billion because he inspired me to use my Bugatti in off-road racing because it's amazing. There you go. My PayPal's in the description. It's not in the... It doesn't matter. Alright, we're flying. It doesn't really seem to top out as quick as the Hennessy Venom does, but it launches a lot quicker. And we are across the point. We got a 418 for that one, so pretty damn close. And I think I crashed while in the Hennessy Venom, but that is a fault due to the handling. I did change how much turning angle I have at the front and rear with the Hennessy Venom, and I did also change the power up the front, and it still didn't turn as well as this does. So hats off to Bugatti, you've made a decent off-roading hypercar. Thanks for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please give it a like and let me know if you want to see any of the cars in the description below, the comment section, because you can't edit the description. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace. Why is there nothing at the bottom of the Bugatti? Premium. And it'll probably melt.